Ludlow, Shauna Parsons, meteorologist Rod Hill, and Tim Becker Sports. This is the 10 o'clock news.
And good evening. A warning tonight from Portland Police Chief Mark Croker. Your safety is in jeopardy because of big budget cuts.
Chief Croker is being asked to cut more than $7 million from the Portland Police Bureau's budget. KPTV's Chris Murphy joins us now live to show us how much the cuts will hurt. Chris?
Boy, Kurt and Shauna, they will hurt. The proposed cuts will mean fewer police officers on the streets, slower response times to 911 calls, and big headaches over this budget. For Portland Police, the picture isn't pretty.
If we make that cut, it's cataclysmic. I don't like to use that word, but it is very, very dangerous.
Chief Mark Croker explains chart after chart, cut after cut. The bottom line, Croker says the $7.2 million city commissioners requested he cut from his police budget will leave streets unsafe.
We can expect long response time to emergency calls for service, a danger level to our police officers on the street for themselves, their own protection, and we can expect crime to go up.
Just how deep are the proposed cuts? Take a look. 80 sworn officers will lose their jobs. 1 deputy chief, 1 captain, 3 sergeants, 1 sergeant criminalist, 6 detectives, and 68 officers. Also, 26 additional non-sworn positions will be eliminated. Add to that cuts in efficiencies, revenues, and services, and the police force will be forced to keep you safe on fewer dollars, 7.2 million fewer. But Portland Mayor Vera Katz says the cuts may not be that deep.
It's not very pretty, and I have told the public that I will not make that size of reductions. We'll have to figure out how to put the budget together
without putting 80 officers out in the streets, the same streets they once patrolled. City commissioners will now take about 2 weeks. They say they're going to work overtime and through the weekends, Kurt and Shauna, to figure out just where and how much to cut. And the Portland Police Bureau isn't the only group that will lose money here. The Fire Bureau also under the gun.
All right, Chris Murphy live tonight. Chris, thank you.
Well, rumors flying tonight over Chief Croker's future. Tonight he says he's not ruling out applying for the LA Police Chief job.
I'm going to look at it. I have not made any decision. I'm considering, I'm evaluating, and you know, people have been calling and prodding and encouraging, but we'll take a look.
Chief Croker says former colleagues in the LAPD have asked him to apply for the chief's job. Croker worked for the LAPD for 32 years and was very well respected there. He applied for the chief's job twice there but was denied both times.
Prosecutors say a 14-year-old boy accused of raping and murdering a woman on a southern Oregon beach should be tried as an adult. Police say Raymond Perkins sexually assaulted 52-year-old psychologist Judith Ellman before clubbing her to death on a remote beach and then stealing her car. Today in juvenile court, the Coos County District Attorney filed a motion asking that the case be moved to an adult court. The judge will consider the motion in July. Perkins' mother says her son obviously needs medical care. She also said she will not accept what he has done, but she loves him. Perkins is a 7th grader at Harbor Lights Middle School. Last night we asked you if Perkins should be tried as an adult. Here's how you answered our 12 Talkback online poll. 89% of you said yes, only 10% said no.
A federal grand jury has indicted Richard Smith on bank robbery and gun charges. Smith was arrested yesterday in Lincoln City after eluding police for a day. Police tried to arrest Smith on a federal bank warrant at a body shop in Wilsonville on Tuesday. Officers shot at him when they say he pulled a gun. He got away, carjacked a couple of cars, and was spotted at the Chinook Winds Casino yesterday. The indictment says Smith robbed a Salem bank on Saturday. He faces 1 count of bank robbery and 1 count of using a firearm in commission of a felony. A high-speed pursuit ends with this dangerous crash overnight. You're looking at the scene on 122nd and East Burnside around 2:30 this morning. Police were chasing a stolen car with 5 people inside. They say the driver lost control and crashed into a telephone pole. 3 passengers were taken to local hospitals. 1 is in serious condition tonight.
Exactly 1 week after police filed charges against a woman for leaving her baby locked in a hot car, another woman is accused of locking her child in a car in the same parking lot. 28-year-old Maria Sopmacic of Hillsborough is charged with second-degree child neglect after leaving her 6-year-old son in the car while she went shopping. A trip witnesses say lasted for nearly a half hour. Today's temperature wasn't nearly as hot as last week, but when a baby was found, but police say that doesn't matter.
regardless of the weather, regardless of the temperature, you don't leave a child in a car. That child could injure themselves somehow. They could even be kidnapped.
Both mothers could face stiff fines and possible jail time. Both investigations are continuing. Well, tonight we'd like to know, at what age do you think it is okay to leave a child unattended in a car? That's our 12 Talkback online poll question. Log on to our website, Oregons12.tv, and see results on tomorrow's 10 o'clock news.
Police say a handgun that a student fired in his school's cafeteria last week was an assault-style weapon banned under federal law. The Hillsborough High School student accidentally fired the gun into a vending machine in the lunchroom and then days later sold the loaded gun to a classmate on a school bus. KPTV's Ryan Deal is in the newsroom. Ryan, more about how serious this is.
Well, Kurt, it is serious. We're talking about a .22 caliber semi-automatic weapon, one that manufacturers haven't been able to produce for years. It is a gun that went off at least twice while it was in the hands of that student seller.
A lot of people feel unsafe, don't feel comfortable here.
Last Wednesday, the first shot rang out just minutes before the school day was over. An unidentified 16-year-old student had been showing off the gun to some in the cafeteria. But when he tried to put the gun in his backpack, police tell us it fired across the room, the bullet striking a vending machine. And then yesterday, while waiting for the school bus at this stop, the same teenager fired the gun into the air. Minutes later on the bus, police say he sold the gun to another student, a 15-year-old, for $100. A gun that would end up in a school locker.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't going to go off and kill anybody with it. The kid seems like a pretty calm guy, someone that wouldn't really harm anybody.
Students who know the 15-year-old buyer agreeing with police who say they believe neither student was going to turn the gun on anyone. Other students aren't so reassured.
What if he does come to school and he has intentions to do something else, to hurt somebody for revenge or whatever, and people get hurt, and what are the consequences if they didn't stop it sooner?
People like that, crazy people, come to school with that, never know what they're going to do.
Tonight, both teens are in custody, and the charges are many, most including firearms, and there are 4 other students facing action by the school for what police call hampering the investigation and providing police with bad information. As for the young buyer and seller, they will at least be expelled while they await trials, possibly as adults.
They're suspended pending the expulsion proceedings, at which point, when those are over, then the students would be formally expelled from school.
Now, as to where the gun originally came from, police telling me tonight it was bought on the streets of Portland by that student seller, Kurt. $100 for a gun on a school bus.
Guess you can get them anywhere. KPTV's Ryan Deal in the newsroom. Thank you.
Some people in Beaverton are being asked to check their bills and credit history carefully. This new warning comes after sheriff's deputies break up what they're calling an identity theft ring. Deputies say this home computer equipment was used to make as many as 30 fake driver's licenses. The information on those licenses was stolen from mailboxes near 150th and Southwest Walker. 33-year-old Melissa Fagan and 37-year-old Jason Myers are accused of using those fake IDs to open checking and credit card accounts. 35-year-old David Shields and 45-year-old Linda Ollier are also accused. They're still on the run tonight. Together, the 4 may have taken thousands of dollars from unsuspecting neighbors who will now face credit trouble for years.
They could end up dealing with credit agencies, not just the reporting agencies, but the business creditors as well, having to work over and over again to prove that they did not make those charges.
The 4 face federal mail fraud and ID theft charges, among others. Deputies also say a methamphetamine lab was found.
The man who fired a gun inside a Gresham apartment complex yesterday and wounded another man has come forward. 17-year-old Hugo Parra Espirith turned himself in to Gresham police detectives. He told them he accidentally shot his .38 caliber handgun in his apartment. That bullet traveled through the ceiling, hitting Justin Harris in his bed. Luckily, that bullet didn't penetrate his body. Espirith took off right after the shooting. So far, no charges have been filed. And a Forest Grove woman is accused of stabbing another woman twice, a knife in one hand, a bomb in the other. 28-year-old Therese Louise Arnott was rushed to the hospital from her Main Street apartment this morning. She suffered stab wounds to her neck and leg. Police say 25-year-old Crystal Pixley is responsible. When units arrived there, they found a bomb hidden in a tennis ball. No word tonight on what or who the bomb was intended for. Police say they've had many problems with both women. Pixley is being held on a $10,500 bond.
A Portland man gets 4 years in prison for selling drugs to a woman who died after a rave party. Jeremy Michael Tomsha pleaded guilty to criminally negligent homicide on Wednesday. Tomsha is the first person in Multnomah County to be held criminally responsible for selling drugs that caused another person to die. 19-year-old Melissa Flaherty died last year, the morning after taking a drug called MDA. That's a methamphetamine similar to ecstasy. The trial of a former Portland area soccer coach has been postponed until at least this summer. 61-year-old Lawrence Cohen is accused of sex abuse after a former player on one of his teams said Cohen fondled him several times. Cohen has pleaded innocent to the charges. Meanwhile, detectives say they need more time to look into the allegations.
Coming up, life in the ER. You've seen the show on television. Now a Portland hospital is being featured. Go inside the life of a local emergency room.
Also, high school students take time out to tickle the funny bones of seniors. See how these teens are making a difference. Just ahead.
Plus, the latest candidate for Portland School Board, school superintendent, rather. He visits the city. Find out why some are saying this is the guy for the job. We have that story.
And I'm Monica Guzza in for Rod Hill this evening. If you're getting tired of this kind of drizzly, overcast weather, I've got some exciting weather coming up this weekend. Stay tuned. Weather's coming up at 10:30.
Earlier today on Good Day Oregon.
Belly Dancer of the Universe recently won the competition down in Southern California. We understand there was an increase of seismic activity in the area while she was dancing.
I've been beat up by pretty much a lot of big shot actors, from Steven Seagal, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Watch Good Day Oregon tomorrow.
Saving money when you buy a car is simple at Armstrong Volkswagen because we offer our lowest possible price every day all year long. A simple offer you can count on. That's Armstrong Volkswagen, 20,000 McLaughlin in Gladstone. Drivers wanted.
Hey, Ray, look at this. Wall-to-wall entertainment. You want entertainment, Carl? I'll give you entertainment. Look, Carl, I'm a maniac! Maniac! No argument here. Let's see their entertainment do this.
Get more entertainment for less at Blockbuster. Right now, rent any 3 movies or any 2 games for only $7.99. It's a great deal on all the hottest movies and games.
That's it, Carl! Shake what your mama gave you!
When life's twists and turns have you spinning out of control.
Mom, I'm going to be late.
Turn your music down, please.
What?
Here we go again.
Where's my backpack?
Right where she left it. Of course.
Take the plunge, because life
just got better. Thanks to my Oregon Hot Spring Spa.
Oregon Hot Spring Spas. Share the experience.
50 years ago, my father began bringing the world's finest furniture to Oregon. Parker Furniture started small with nothing more than a little space
and a big commitment to originality, quality, service, and design.
It's taken us half a century to put together our exceptional mix of product, people, and beautiful possibilities for your home.
Now, a third and fourth
Parker generation invites your family to come find
new treasures in timeless style. Parker Furniture, original for 50 years.
Armstrong Volkswagen has been in business for over 35 years. Our lowest possible price policy and service after the sale has resulted in thousands of satisfied customers. Not astounding concepts, but they might lead you right to our door. Armstrong Volkswagen. Drivers wanted.
Everybody loves racing, where love is a full contact sport.
Weeknights on KPTV, Oregon's 12. You're watching the 10 o'clock news.
Welcome back. Secretary of State Colin Powell is in Israel tonight. He'll sit down with Prime Minister Ariel Sharon tomorrow and then Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat on Saturday.
But aside from Powell's arrival, little has changed in the volatile region. Skip Lozier has the story.
Secretary of State Colin Powell arrives in Israel, hoping to push the Israelis and the Palestinians towards discussions which could lead to a negotiating summit.
We look forward not only to find a way that will bring the violence down and get a ceasefire in place if that is possible.
Powell will meet Friday with Prime Minister Ariel Sharon and then move on Saturday to Ramallah for discussions with Palestinian Chairman Yasser Arafat. The White House admits getting both sides to end the violence is a very difficult mission, but it is what Powell will try to do.
Create an environment that reduces the violence, that hopefully leads to a ceasefire.
Fleischer says the president still wants Israel to withdraw from Palestinian territories. But while Israel has withdrawn from a couple of towns, Sharon says he is in no hurry to pull out of most places his troops now occupy.
We're not intending to pull out, not from Jenin, not from Nablus, not from Ramallah, and not from other places where we are now, like Bethlehem.
So the Israeli incursion continues, leaving food and water in short supply in Palestinian neighborhoods and refugee camps, and deteriorating sanitary conditions. There are cries for help.
People are under siege for about 10 days. We are under siege. We are suffering a great deal.
On both sides, skepticism that Secretary Powell will be able to bring about a political solution, at least right now. In Washington, I'm Skip Loescher.
Asked whether he was on an impossible mission, Powell told reporters, quote, "I don't like wallowing with pessimists. It is necessary for me to go."
The FBI has created an office to improve coordination with state and local agencies in gathering and sharing information. Attorney General John Ashcroft says the threat of punishment doesn't stop terrorists willing to kill themselves, so sharing information is crucial. A peacekeeper patrol in Afghanistan has found a cache of 151 Chinese-made rockets on a road that runs from Kabul to Bagram, where U.S. and British troops are based. Senators are warning against throwing too many reserve forces into unlimited duty, saying it could leave the country without available troops in case of emergency. And the U.S. Central Command says an investigation has determined a 22-truck UN food convoy, apparently damaged during an American airstrike in November, was not marked with any UN insignia. And a former White House advisor on counterterrorism has been named head of the agency that oversees Logan Airport, where security has been heavily criticized. Two of the planes that crashed into the World Trade Center were hijacked out of Logan.
A scary emergency landing for an Oregon Air National Guard pilot this afternoon. The pilot of this F-15 fighter jet made the emergency landing after reporting hydraulic problems with the landing gear. He dumped his fuel before landing, and emergency crews were waiting on the runway. He wasn't injured. Upon inspection, no problems were found with the landing gear. The jet was on a routine training mission.
A new frontrunner for Portland School Board's school superintendent appears to be emerging, 50-year-old Winston Brooks, the public school boss from Wichita, Kansas. He's impressed the school board chair, the teachers union, and at least one parents group. KPTV's Jim Hyde followed the fourth and probably last finalist to visit the Rose City.
If this is Thursday afternoon, this must be the Concerned Citizens Committee.
We formed about 4 years ago.
Winston Brooks began meeting with interest groups at 6:15 a.m.
The only way we're going to look good is if we improve student achievement and narrow the achievement gap. So I think definitely I bring some skills, some people skills, and some work experience.
Most in Wichita, Kansas, teacher, principal, labor negotiator, superintendent. Portland's board sounds positive.
And I continue to be impressed with Dr. Brooks. It's why we wanted to bring him to Portland to meet with the community. We felt that, at least in our estimation, he met the qualifications we were looking for.
Ms. Benaschi says Brooks is a likable straight shooter who's generating positive feedback.
The improvement of this school district cannot be done by just hiring a superintendent.
Brooks is clear about challenges here, absorbing a $40 million budget shortfall and overcoming poor performance among low-income and minority students.
I have to engage those communities in our decision-making processes. I need their input. I ought to be the aggressor with that community in trying to challenge them on what are you going to do. I really do prescribe to it takes a village to raise a child.
It also takes teachers who will have a new contract, hopefully, and larger classes, definitely, next fall.
I think he is the best of the candidates we've had, really exceptional. He's interested in bringing everybody together. He can talk to everybody. He certainly can talk to employees.
Can he talk to legislators about money for schools? That'll challenge whoever gets the job, including Anthony Amato from Connecticut and Eric Smith from Carolina, the other finalists.
We do not anticipate bringing further candidates in.
And she's not saying when the new school boss will be named. In Portland, Jim Hyde, the 10 o'clock news.
Winston Brooks has another full day of meetings scheduled for tomorrow before returning to Wichita to await the Portland School Board's decision.
It's that season to start your engines. Late-night drag races will resume this Friday at Portland International Raceway. The races are held on Fridays and Saturdays. They were started to prevent unorganized racing on city streets, which of course has led to a number of deaths in recent months on city streets. About 100 cars a night show up. The cost is $20 per car and $6 per spectator. Well, the Blazers went back to work tonight, but they had to do it without one of their key players.
Scottie Pippen was fined and suspended for one game, so he wasn't on the floor against Memphis. Question is, did they get it done without him? And Tim Becker's here with the answer.
You know, if it's not one thing, it's another.
Oh,
with these
boy.
guys. I mean, they lose Rasheed Wallace during the game the other night, and they probably could have used him tonight. They start without Scottie. Probably could have used him. Pippen suspended and fined $7,500 for taking a swing at Nick Van Exel in Dallas on Tuesday. But even without him, tonight's game should have been a no-brainer, an easy win. But then again, this Memphis team is the team that came from 25 down to knock them off last month. Derek Anderson taking Scottie's spot in the starting lineup, and boy, was he ever shining early. DA, 2 of his 19 on the steal and the bucket. Bonzi Wells hit for 12 in the first quarter, helped the Blazers take a 4-point lead after 1. But the Grizzlies turned it on in the second. Stromile Swift going to fly in with a first of back-to-back 3-point plays. Memphis would take a 6-point lead into halftime. In the third, they turned it over to a pair of first-year kids. Shane Battier sends home the corner 3, and Pau Gasol, one of the top candidates for Rookie of the Year. Gasol had a game-high 23 tonight, but led by some strong play by the newly activated Mitchell Butler, Portland whittled away at that deficit. And when Ruben Patterson got the pick right here and then the points at the other end, the Blazers had a 2-point lead with 4.5 to play. But Antonis Fotis, never heard of the guy. Antonis Fotis comes up big down the stretch, hit 2 crucial threes late in the game, and the Blazers could never recover. So here's the bad news for Blazer fans. They lose it 102-99, their third in a row, and you can now make it 6 of their last 8 as well. Wallace topped out at 22 points, and 4 other Blazers score in double figures, led by Anderson's 19. Wells, by the way, had 18. Might have made a difference in the crunch, but you see, he left the game after he took an elbow to the face in the third quarter. Doesn't matter, though. Water under the bridge. They're going to have one more tomorrow night in Houston before coming home to wrap up the season next week. Lakers on Sunday, Houston on Wednesday.
Not going to be easy.
No, won't.
And Pippen will play.
Pippen will be back.
All right. Thanks a lot, Tim.
Coming up, did you see some blue sky today? Off and on, huh? Let's hope there is some more of that this weekend. Monica's got the pinpoint forecast next.
Also, there is a new website that has Star Wars fans flocking. We'll tell you where to find all the information you need about Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Plus, could the common cold help fight cancer? Exciting news in HealthCast.
Tomorrow night at 10, tax crunch time is here, and if you've put them off until now, you have a very busy weekend ahead of you. We've got some tax tips for last-minute filers tomorrow on the 10 o'clock news.
When you think of Italy, you think of things like cars that think they can fly. The latest fashions. You girls appreciate great taste. Want to go to Subway? Italy. That's where Subway came up with the idea for the new roasted garlic on Italian. Come on.
Our new roasted garlic on Italian is delicious. We start with classic Italian bread, sprinkle roasted garlic, and select spices on top and bake it all together. It's one of Subway's 2 new gourmet breads.
Maybe in your next lifetime, guys.
Subway, eat fresh! It's all got to go. Everything, every name brand. Special purchases, closeouts, overstocks. It's a wall-to-wall clearance sale now at Standard TV and Appliance.
Sale prices on KitchenAid, Whirlpool, GE, Maytag, RCA, Zenith, Mitsubishi, and more.
At Standard on Southeast 82nd, Tigard on Highway 99, and Beaverton on Canyon Road.
Hurry in now for 6 months and no interest financing.
The wall-to-wall clearance sale now at Standard TV and Appliance.
Many primetime shows have dramatized what happens in hospital emergency rooms. See what it's really like. A look at life in the ER coming up on the 10 o'clock news.
Do-it-yourselfers looking for the right tools can find them at the Dodge Spring Cleanup event, where you can clean up with great products, great protection, and great values, including 7-year, 100,000-mile engine and transmission protection. Plus your choice of up to $2,500 cash allowance or 0% financing. The Dodge Spring Cleanup event. Ford, GM, Honda, and Toyota don't match it.
Nothing gets it done like a Dodge.
Now for the backyard.
Tonight's weather report on the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof. Look in the white or yellow pages and call today.
All our kids are sports nuts. Michael and Brendan play football.
Maggie and John play basketball. Tom also coaches football.
With this many family members driving, we need to have a good auto insurance company. And we do. We have American Family.
Fantastic agent, fantastic service. It's a secure feeling. because we're always on the go.
Thank goodness they drive themselves to practice.
All your protection under one roof.
American Family Insurance.
A grand jury has indicted two couples in Lebanon, Oregon on charges they ran a money-making scheme.
It's an update to an I-Team-12 investigation. You saw them here on the 10 o'clock news last fall. Bobby Lane, Daryl Garrett, Margaret Chapman, and Bobby Faust. They ran Lane funding out of Lebanon. Investors say they gave money with the promise of high interest, believing that the money was being invested overseas. State investigators say they found no evidence of accounts overseas when they searched the couple's homes. Now we'll look at fitness clubs.
I-Team-12 shows you how to keep your consumer muscles in shape so you don't have a sore wallet when you finish working out. Here's I-Team-12's Gary Tomlinson.
There are, of course, some great fitness clubs in this area, but there are also some that may seem to be a little bit better at fattening their bank accounts rather than getting you slimmed down. Well, tonight we show you a few ways to shape up and protect yourself. Some fitness clubs in Oregon have worked up attention from the state.
At the Jungle Gym, and it says close. I just wondering why.
The Jungle Gym on Hayden Island disappeared almost overnight in 2000.
No notification was given.
The state says it stepped in to make sure the gym took care of customers, giving them money back or sending them to a gym nearby. Another Jungle Gym in Selwood was put on notice last year. State investigators said they were concerned about the company's commitment to adhering to the health spas law. Other gyms have had trouble too. In 2000, the state found 24-Hour Fitness, Gold's Gym, and Bally's had violated laws by not putting cancellation and refund policies in their contracts. Many gyms have changed their practices, but the Better Business Bureau has tips to make sure you do not run into trouble. First, the contract. They say take a copy home and read it carefully before signing. Stay away from clubs that pressure you to sign on the spot. Look for the cancellation policy in the contract. In Oregon, you have 3 days to change your mind. Make sure you get your money back. Never sign up for a club that hasn't opened yet, even if they offer you a deep discount. Some clubs may take years to actually open up. And finally, be wary if the club asks you for a check or credit card number before you have read the contract. Now, one more problem that we've heard about, customers who have money taken directly out of their accounts each month say at some clubs, the club kept charging them even though they'd already canceled their memberships, and we've heard that complaint enough times to know that it can happen pretty frequently.
Why not sign up for a club that isn't open yet?
I did that before I moved here with a club, and it never opened before I moved, so I...
Were you out the money? I guess
well,
you
sure, because I
lost
never
your
got to use it.
Well, that's the problem. They say a lot of the clubs that are building things, they want to get the money, but they might just take too long for you to actually get to use it. For example, in Washington, there's a law that says that they have to build the club or open the club within 1 year of you paying your membership. And a couple clubs up there in the Seattle area didn't do that. They took way too long. The state moved in and made people give their money back.
Wow.
Excellent.
Carrie, thanks. In tonight's HealthCast, a new study shows smokers aren't kicking the habit even after undergoing life-saving surgery. Researchers say almost half of ex-smokers who receive heart transplants resume smoking at some point after the surgery. The strongest predictors for a relapse are a short abstinence period before the transplant, bouts of depression or anxiety within a few months of the surgery, and having a caregiver who smokes. Well, could the common cold help cure a deadly disease? Some researchers seem to think so. They say a genetically altered cold virus could fight cancer. The virus invades the cancer cells and multiplies inside them until the cells burst and self-destruct. 35 patients have received the experimental treatment. 28 have seen positive results. And you'll love this one. Tax time is making some people sick, literally. Experts say the most common tax time ailments are headaches, upset stomachs, and paper cuts. For a headache, I know, doctors recommended anti-inflammatory agents or go get a massage. Peppermint or ginger is great for a stomachache, and there's a bandage like that, specifically shaped for your finger, offers maximum protection as you shuffle through the piles of paper. Protect your little fingers. In spite of all the inconvenience and annoyance, 2% of people say they actually like tax season because it gives them an opportunity to get organized.
We're giving people advice on how to take care of paper cuts?
They're painful. They hurt.
Rush out and buy those special Band-Aids.
As you file through your papers.
Holy
The headache and
cow.
stomach problems are more,
My problem. Okay,
All
let's
right.
talk about the weather.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been mild, it's been overcast, it's been drizzly for days, and well, it's
Still gonna be-
it's still gonna be
all
kind of
that,
like that.
yeah.
But we're gonna throw some more stuff into the mix for this weekend. Make it a little exciting.
Hodgepodge.
Yeah, exactly. Just sort of jumble things up a little bit. Why don't we take a look though at conditions outside right now? And look at this, very mild, 56 degrees out. Humidity is at 77%. Winds out of the southwest at 14 miles per hour. And wind is one of those things we'll be dealing with this weekend. Let's take a look at what's going on for this weekend. Yes, you've probably been hearing rumors here and there that we're going to have a stormy weekend. Well, Saturday. Going into Saturday, strong jet stream pulling energy onshore. It's going to be very warm, very windy, and yes, I'm sorry. For a minute, I thought I was doing the wrong thing. And then as we go into Sunday, cold air is going to drop in for the north. We're going to see thunderstorms, more wind, and plenty of showers throughout the day. And freezing levels are going to go down to about 3,500 feet. And we're going to see plenty of snow in the mountains. So a lot going on for this weekend. Here's a look at the northwest satellite right now, though. Showers moved through earlier in the day. And now we're sort of just in an overcast area where we're seeing a lot of cloudiness out there and some occasional light showers. And that is about what we're going to see as we go through tonight and into tomorrow before, yes, the big storm arrives on Saturday. Here's a look at the northwest radar. We are seeing some scattered showers in the Portland area and just to the east. Also some scattered showers over in eastern Oregon and up around Pendleton, also up around Spokane. Very warm statewide right now, so just seeing plenty of warm showers. Here's our 24-hour precipitation. Pretty much the same pattern we've seen for the last 2-3 days. And the heaviest rainfall down in the Brookings area. Everyone else did receive at least a little bit of rain, and for once, one city in Oregon, the first time in 3 days, did not receive any rainfall at all, and that was Lakeview. Some clouds in Lakeview, but no rain. Here's our rain and snow potential for the next 24 hours. Freezing levels are going to be up to 8,000 feet tomorrow, so pretty much no snow expected in the mountains. Not much in the way of rainfall tomorrow. The heaviest rain will fall up around Seattle. Lesser amounts as we drop into Oregon State. Possibly a trace around Burns, and 5/100ths of an inch up in Spokane and Pendleton. Here's a look at the Pacific satellite, and you can see how the bright clouds have already moved off to the east, and things are much lighter out here. So we're just going to see some continuing showers and overcast, mostly cloudy skies, but then take a look at this band of moisture down here. This is all of that rain that is expected to come in on Saturday and into Sunday. Big warm front, lots of warm, moist air to push onshore. And then we have this cold low up in the north, and that's going to drop in and bring us very cold and windy conditions as we go into Sunday. High temperatures across the nation, pretty mild, beginning to look like spring. 75 in Chicago and Cleveland, 62 up in Pierre, South Dakota, and not looking too bad down in the desert Southwest. Sunny skies, 94 in Phoenix, 87 in Las Vegas, and if you like things just a tad cooler, partly sunny and 30 in Anchorage for a high. Along the coast, North Bend and Coos Bay, good chance for you just to see mostly cloudy skies, small chance of some rain showers. Newport up into Long Beach, overcast with occasional light rain showers throughout the day. Marine forecast winds out of the south at 20 knots, but as we go into tomorrow night, when that warm front moves onshore, it will probably be upgraded to a gale warning. Valley forecast, mostly cloudy, will start overcast, and the rain showers will slowly taper off as we go through the day. Temperatures, again, very mild tomorrow in the 60s. Up in the Cascades, freezing level all the way up at 8,000 feet, and rain on the mountain. Central Oregon, save that skiing until Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. Then it'll be nice again. Partly sunny skies. This is a place to be tomorrow. Winds out of the southwest and a little breezy, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Into eastern Oregon, Burns, mostly cloudy skies. Becoming partly sunny over in John Day, and winds out of the southwest. So a nice day for much of the eastern Oregon area. Chance for some rain showers in Baker City, LeGrand, partly sunny. Pendleton, about a 30% chance for some rain showers. But look at this, 70 degrees expected in Pendleton. Winds out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Along the gorge, winds out of the west, again, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Cascade Locks, overcast with showers in the morning, tapering off as we go through the day. Mostly cloudy in the Dalles with a small chance of some early day rain showers. Here's our pinpoint forecast for the metropolitan area. Haven't had to change this up very much in the last 2-3 days. Light rain in the morning, mostly cloudy with a chance for showers in the afternoon. Around 10 o'clock, though, that rain will begin to move onshore, and it's going to stay with us throughout the day on Saturday. So here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Saturday and Sunday, both windy. Saturday, we could see easily an inch of rain in the Portland metropolitan area, which also means about 2, sometimes 3 inches out along the coast. And Sunday's just going to be downright blustery. Finally, things will get better. Wednesday, Thursday, looks like mostly sunny skies
Spring's
finally.
back, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A group of teenagers from David Douglas High School is getting a lesson in community service.
It's a program called Community 101, and in it, students are taught about philanthropy. They're given the opportunity to give of themselves. They are teens making a difference.
All right.
It's not quite vaudeville. And some of it hardly makes sense.
Oh, it's my belt! It's my belt!
But none of that matters to these seniors of Portland's Loaves and Fishes Cherry Blossom Community Center, because they know these students from David Douglas High School are here just to brighten their day.
Oh, I think it's very entertaining. The kids did a good job and everybody was laughing, and that's a good feeling for us that are here as seniors, to be able to laugh and have a good time.
We have 7 children in our family, and it's just like being home.
These teens are part of a program called Community 101, sponsored by the PGE Foundation. The idea is to get students involved in community service and philanthropy early on, in the hopes it will lead to a lifetime of helping others.
Bloody nose!
We hope that this will impact young people to realize what they can do for their community, not just take from the community.
The teens aren't just performing silly skits today. They're also sitting down with their new friends, talking and listening to stories from another generation.
I was talking to one woman who's been in Portland since the 60s, and she had all these stories to tell me, and actually I found out that she went to the same church that I did, so there's that connection there.
I just like talking to them and learning stuff about their lives. And, you know, I usually don't talk to the elderly, so, you know, it just makes me want to talk to them more.
So they swap stories, share a meal, and offer up a helping hand.
Thank you very much.
And at the end of their time together, these teens say it's been a wonderful learning experience.
I think that it has really opened my eyes to see just the needs of the people out here.
At the same time, they've made a difference in the lives of these seniors just by bringing a little laughter to their day.
My husband and I, we travel a lot, so we're not stay-at-home people, but a lot of these people just come here and that's all they do, week in and week out, every day.
Now, this Community 101 program is pretty neat. In it, the students earn up to $7,500, which they distribute to nonprofit agencies. They tour the agencies, they send out applications, they decide which agencies deserve the grants. If you'd like more information, go to our website, Oregons12.tv. We'll link you over. And if you know of a teen who's making a difference, we would love to hear about it. Again, go to our website, Oregons12.tv, click on the Teens Making a Difference icon, and we'll spotlight these teens twice a month on the 10 o'clock news.
Great event for both young and old.
Yeah, they had a great time.
Coming up, did Britney Spears get dumped by her beau, Justin Timberlake?
Imagine that. The NSYNC star has been seen several times with this gal on his arm. We'll tell you who she is just ahead.
Also, a U.S. congressman convicted of some serious crimes. The details of James Traficant's troubles with the law when the 10 o'clock news returns.
Are you currently taking Prozac for depression but still feel depressed? Symptoms may include feeling down, sad, hopeless, blue, and irritable. Pacific Northwest Clinical Research Center is looking for individuals who have been taking Prozac for at least 4 weeks but are not improving enough. All research-related care and study medication are provided at no cost to those who qualify. If your dose of Prozac just isn't enough, call Pacific Northwest Clinical Research Center at 503-228-CARE.
More like this.
Want expert help whenever you need it? At Office Depot, our people listen, understand, and help.
How can I make these look like they're not just from my home office?
Some digital...
It'd be nice if everything was like that. Office Depot. What you need to know.
Star Wars fans have to wait another whole month before the secrets of Episode 2 are revealed, or do they? A website chock full of spoilers from George Lucas himself. Coming up.
Think your mechanic can handle a transmission?
Think again. For a job done right, guaranteed, at a price that's right, call 1-800-GO-AMCO.
We're the people you can depend on. For quality, it's all right.
Welcome to the spring sale going on right now at Dining Rooms Unlimited. We are truly a unique specialty store. With over 50 dining sets, we have an unlimited selection on display of formal, casual, contemporary, and traditional. We also have one of the largest selections of bar stools and pub tables. So take advantage of the savings now and let us help you customize the dining room you've been dreaming about.
The jumbo feast from Godfather's Pizza is big. It comes with a jumbo half and half that's 18 inches across, piled with a pound of cheese. It's big as 2 mediums, with half specialty pie, half one topper. Plus it comes with new garlic cheese bread and a dessert pizza. The jumbo feast from Godfather's Pizza is big, and it's only $16.99.
Your hunger will be taken care of.
Critics and audiences are cheering for one of the best family films in years. The Rookie is Disney magic at its best. A movie for anyone who's ever had a dream.
Oh my God!
Dennis Quaid, The Rookie, rated G, now playing.
Tonight's Teens Making a Difference report on the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Suzuki. Visit your Suzuki dealer today or call 877-MY-SUZUKI.
More critics are calling for Boston's Cardinal Bernard Law to resign.
He's at the center of a scandal which accuses Catholic Church leaders of covering up molestation charges against priests. A man who says he was abused by a priest as a child is staging his own personal protest outside the Cardinal's Boston home. Chris Logue says he wants Law arrested for hiding pedophiles.
I'm here today to go and arrest Cardinal Law. He has violated my rights as a human being. I'm a victim of Father Gagan. I want Cardinal Law arrested. He hid pedophiles. He continues to hide pedophiles. He's admitted to hiding pedophiles and putting pedophiles out where children can be harmed. He's done this for years. It's time for him to be arrested.
Now, earlier this week, 2 influential New England newspapers, the Boston Globe and the Union Leader in New Hampshire, demanded Law's resignation. Also, Boston College, which is a Catholic institution, has asked Law not to participate in graduation ceremonies.
In other news from America tonight, a teenage driver leads police on a high-speed chase and pays for it with his life. Police say a 15-year-old was behind the wheel of this stolen car out for a joyride when cops tried to stop him. The driver took off, leading police on a high-speed chase through Hillsborough County, Florida. Teen lost control and crashed. The driver was trying to avoid a spike strip.
A man is dead after a building collapses in Virginia this morning. The parking structure was under construction at the time. Another man was injured when a 20-by-20 slab of concrete fell from the top floor of the building, pinning the man at the waist. After an intense effort, rescue crews cleared the debris and got him out.
Guilty on all counts for Ohio Congressman James Traficant. Jurors convicted him today on 10 counts of federal corruption, including bribery, racketeering, and fraud. Among the charges against him, filing false tax returns, receiving gifts and free labor for his political help, and taking cash kickbacks from staff. The 9-term Democrat is facing up to 63 years in prison.
Coming up, high drama inside a Portland hospital.
We're taking you behind the camera of a hit TV show, Life in the ER. The program features a local emergency room just ahead on the 10 o'clock news.
Isolated by a deadly virus.
So we're just going to abandon them on this planet?
The time has come to say goodbye.
We wish you a safe and speedy journey home. Janeway out.
Prepare for an uncertain fate. On the next Star Trek Voyager.
Tonight at 11 on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
Talk about the lap of luxury. Just log on to Tonkin.com and shop our huge selection for the car you love without ever leaving the Lazy Boy.
I'd like to talk to you about Wix, but you're too far away. Come here, get close, and let me tell you why!
Cut.
It's Wix Furniture's big 3-day super sale. Huge savings on brand name home furnishings throughout every Wix showroom. Plus, terrific financing. No money down with no monthly payments and no finance charges due for 1 year with a Wix charge.
Thanks to my Wix bedroom, I went from dud to stud.
Now hear this. It's your appetite talking. You're not gonna believe this, baby.
It's Arby's $5 value roundup. Choose any 2 chicken sandwiches.
Don't they look tasty?
Or 3 beef and cheddars. Or 4 regular roast beefs, all for just $5. It's a great deal.
Deal? More like a yum-o-rama.
Arby's $5 value roundup.
Give in to your grown-up tastes.
On Wall Street, the Dow dropped 205 points to close at 10,176. The Nasdaq was off 41 to 1725. 10 o'clock news continues in a moment.
I love the 80s. Mix 107.5.
They play all my favorites.
We listen all day at work. It's a great mix.
Mix 107.5, home of the no-repeat workday and the best songs of the 80s and more.
I love all the songs.
This is my country. These are my people. This is the world I understand.
It's not just talking about service. It's really knowing the people we serve.
I know them like the back of my own hand.
Country Insurance and Financial Services. Real people, real answers, real quick.
Jim! Now you get to choose between the sleek German-engineered Volkswagen Passat or a dream vacation to Paraíso Lluvioso.
Jim, the Volkswagen. Volkswagen. The Volkswagen.
I'll take fun in the sunshine.
No.
For Jim.
Idiota.
You're going to the islands. Yeah! Fun in the sun!
Don't miss out on your Passat. And with leases like this, you won't have to.
I love the 80s. Mix 107.5. It's the best songs from the 80s and more.
They play all my favorites.
Phil Collins, Police, The Pretenders.
Mix 107.5, home of the no-repeat workday and the best songs of the 80s and more.
It is my favorite station.
We got married!
Get ready for some big news.
We're getting married.
Real big on the next Cheers.
Tonight on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
Welcome back. Documentary producers from the Learning Channel have turned their cameras on Portland's Emmanuel Hospital.
They will be here for more than a month producing several documentaries on the hospital's maternity ward and emergency room. KPTV's David Wilson met up with some of the producers. He joins us now from outside Emmanuel with more on the story. Dave.
Yeah, this hospital is well known for its trauma unit and its expertise in dealing with difficult childbirths. But these documentaries are going to be mainly focusing on the physicians themselves. They're excited about that because it gives them a chance to educate the public about modern medicine.
Mrs. Hayes, she's on units like 3.
TLC video cameras capture the confusion of Legacy Emmanuel Hospital's bustling emergency room.
You don't have to worry about that ER patient. They're sending for it over at Main House.
A leading Northwest Trauma Center, Emmanuel's doctors and nurses are part of a series of documentaries produced by the Learning Channel.
I think people crave emergency and they like to see all the busyness and the hustle bustle.
Because of the hospital's expertise in high-risk pregnancies, Emmanuel's maternity ward is also the focus of 3 TLC projects.
The stories we tell are either we try to focus on the relationship between doctor and patient or an interesting medical case.
What hurts, Molly?
Some of the documentaries will attempt to show a side of physicians the public rarely sees.
It's a little intimidating at first because we're used to being close to patients and not having a third party or a camera around.
An audience.
Yeah.
And so doctors are humans too, and they have anxieties and feelings about their patients or what's about to happen.
It just feels like a real good thing to be doing, the whole educational aspect of it for the general public.
You see a little bit of blood here, okay, and here's the crack.
Doctors hope the TLC programs will shed light on the life and death drama they often face on a daily basis. And who knows? The audience may even walk away with a few life-changing lessons.
That they can learn about safety things, that seatbelts do make a difference, helmets do make a difference.
Now, this is the third time the Learning Channel has visited this hospital. This series of programs being produced right now will begin airing next fall on TLC and likely air through the first part of next year, so watch for those.
It's a great show, seen it many times. Dave, thanks.
Well, it is all but official. Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake have split up. Timberlake didn't waste much time finding a new flame either. Now, I feel bad for this poor girl, because you know there has to be a better video of her somewhere out there. But he's reportedly dating Jenna Dewan, a 21-year-old professional dancer from Dallas with purple and pink hair. Dewan performed with Timberlake at the Grammys to the NSYNC hit Girlfriend. She's also performed in Janet Jackson's Doesn't Really Matter and All For You videos.
Well, there's no shortage of websites offering clues of what you can expect in Star Wars Episode 2, but there's only one that comes right from George Lucas himself. Lucasfilm has created a website that offers tantalizing sneak peeks at events now swirling around that galaxy far, far away. You can get the complete scoop at holonetnews.com, billed as the information source of the Republic. It's presented as if you're reading a newspaper from the Star Wars universe, including news about the Clone War. You can find a web link to Holonet News on our website, Oregons12.tv.
Somehow that's disturbing to me. I don't know what it is. It just is a little disturbing. Final look at the morning forecast just ahead with Monica.
And in sports, it's day one of golf's grand old event. Tim Becker's got highlights from the Masters when we come back.
Modern life. Too much to do, not enough time. The whole thing can tie you up in knots. Wouldn't it be great just to come home and dive into perfect relaxation? Oregon Hot Spring Spas.
They've been pushed around, kicked in the mouth, and driven to the limit. And Chevy still keeps delivering with 0% APR financing for qualified buyers or $2,002 cash back on 2002 Chevy Tahoes and Suburbans. That's 0% APR financing or $2,002 cash back on Tahoes and Suburbans. So when you've got to depend on a truck, depend on the bow tie at your local Chevy dealer today.
Now, you can have it all with the payroll advance with no hassles and no headaches. It's Cash and Go, where you can get the cash you need when you need it. That's right. If your bills are piling up, get cash fast for car repairs. Get cash fast for groceries. Get cash fast for home bills. Or get cash fast for any reason, because we never ask why you need the cash. Don't pay those high fees for bounce checks or credit card charges. There's only one place to get the cash you need. Cash and Go is now open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in the Gateway Shopping District.
I have just turned off your credit.
I wasn't bankrupt yesterday, and I'm not bankrupt today!
For two men, one moment will change everything. Critics are calling Changing Lanes the one film you need to see. Rex Reed says it's a beautifully made American thriller. Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Affleck give great performances that will leave you breathless.
See what I can do to you?
It's brilliant.
Better luck next time.
4 stars. Changing Lanes. Rated R. Tomorrow everywhere.
Hey, Ray, look at this. Wall-to-wall entertainment.
You want entertainment, Carl?
I'll give you entertainment.
Carl, I'm a maniac! Maniac!
No argument here.
Let's see their entertainment do this!
Get more entertainment for less at Blockbuster. Right now, rent any 3 movies or any 2 games for only $7.99. It's a great deal on all the hottest movies and games.
That's it, Carl! Shake what your mama gave you!
Modern life. Too much to do, not enough time. The whole thing can tie you up in knots. Wouldn't it be great just to come home and dive into perfect relaxation? Oregon Hot Spring Spas.
Tonight's sports report on the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Honda. See your Honda dealer today to learn more about the great value Honda has to offer.
I wish I might have this wish I wish tonight. I wish Hawaii were closer. I wish my
How will you use the moonroof? The 2002 Honda Accord. It's different for everyone.
For a limited time, get special APR financing as low as 2.9% for 36 months on new Accords.
Now sports with Tim Becker.
Another run for the coveted green jacket began today, and on a course that's about 300 yards longer than before. Way too much for 72-year-old Arnold Palmer.
He shot a 17 over par 89, says tomorrow will be his last round ever at the Masters. Some of the better shots out there today, though. How about Larry Mize off the green on number 10, runs it hard and runs it fast into the cup for a birdie. Tiger Woods played a solid round, but he's 3 shots off of the lead. He got to 2 under par with this long birdie putt on 17, and 2 under is where he finishes. That is 1 shot behind Phil Mickelson and a couple of others. Mickelson, the best player to never win a big one, gets to 3 under par with this dandy. Chip shot of the day as he rolls it gently into the cup on number 11, then holds ground from there to finish near the top of the leaderboard. Davis Love III is the man to catch right now at 5 under par. Sergio Garcia and Angel Cabrera 1 shot back. There's Mickelson's group at 3 under par. Among those tied at 2 under par, Ernie Els, Justin Leonard, Vijay Singh, Nick Price, and Mr. Woods. Looks like the Portland Beavers are coming home on a winning note. Today they beat Colorado Springs 5-4 to wrap up a 7 straight games away from home to start the season. They're going to make their PGE Park debut tomorrow night when they open an 8-game homestand against Memphis. As for the Mariners, they move into the division lead with another win over the Angels. Mike Cameron got them going with a 2-run poke in the 4th inning for the 2-0 Seattle lead. 5th inning, the Angels could have busted it open, but Cameron will rob Garrett Anderson of a grand slam. Just 1 run scores. It's tied 2-2. And an inning later, it's the M's who come up big. Jeff Cirillo slamming a bases-loaded double. It's the capper on a 6-run inning for the Mariners, who win their 4th in a row, 8-4. Now, how about this for weird? Arizona outfielder Luis Gonzalez held a news conference to end any dispute over the authenticity of a piece of gum he allegedly chewed that is now up for auction on the internet. So today he stuffed a piece of gum into a bottle in front of cameras, then sent it off to go with the other piece that is in question. Bids for that other piece that someone just picked up at spring training are now at around $3,400. NBA, you know, somehow, some way, the Blazers always find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. Tonight they had to play Memphis without Scottie Pippen, suspended for taking a swing at Nick Van Exel Tuesday. Perhaps the first sign that things wouldn't change tonight, and then this. Rasheed Wallace flagged for another technical, and then Bonzi Wells, who scored 18 tonight, had to leave the game in the 3rd after he took an elbow to the nose right there. Things just not going in the Blazers' favor right now, but they are for the opponents. Pau Gasol hit game-high 23 tonight, but it was a pair of Antonis Fotis 3-pointers that sealed it for Memphis. Blazers lose again, 102-99. They are in Houston tomorrow night. The Rockets in Dallas tonight, where Steve Francis converts a 3-point play, ties it 85 all, sends it to overtime. In OT, rookie Eddie Griffin buries a 3. Houston is up 5 after that. Dallas had a chance to tie it, but time will run out on them, so the Rockets knock off the Mavericks 98-95. We're going to finish up tonight with a trip back to the Masters, opening ceremonies, and the man who gets it underway, 89-year-old Sam Snead.
The man purported to have the sweetest swing in golf, great American slamming Snead.
Yeah, great to see the guy still going strong, but what you don't see is the spectator he nailed with that drive. His shot flew into the gallery, hit somebody smack dab in the face, broke his glasses and scratched him in the nose a little bit. And I wish we had a picture of that, because the guy's not hurt. But, the ceremonial tee, and it hits him down.
At least it didn't seem that he knew right off the bat, so he could sort of enjoy his moment.
He probably still doesn't know. Okay, Monica.
In the morning, this is how it's going to look. Overcast skies with light rain showers. What a souvenir. Sunrise will be at 6:30.
Oh, Timmy, that's the best story of the day.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Good night.
Why is United Furniture Warehouse so popular? National brand name furniture and mattresses at savings of up to 1/2. That's why.
United Furniture Warehouse.
For a really great deal on a set of wheels, come to Gary Worth Used Cars on McLaughlin and Gladstone. For savings on the epitome of luxury, the Lincoln Town Car. At Gary Worth, we put quality, value, and excellence above all else. It's what we stand for and what our customers have come to expect. If it's a full-size, hand-picked, luxuriously appointed automobile you're looking for, look no further. Drive out for a test drive. We'll make it worth the trip.
But which one is your favorite? Maybe this? Maybe this? Or this?
Have I told you lately that I love you?
Or this one? Go ahead. You can't miss.
Why